Happy Sunday, happy May, happy Mother's Day, and welcome to the Happy Chaos Project. On today's episode, I'm going to show you a little bit about how I bring sunshine into my life to lighten up my days, and I'll give you an update on our scavenger hunts. Hi, I'm Emma, and I'm on my second rodeo with cancer, but this time I'm choosing to defy the cancer world and looking for as many ways to fill up my days with happiness rather than focusing on cancer. Today I am rocking this vintage yellow patterned headscarf, and I have the Scottish flag in my background, a little bit blurred, so we're definitely going with the yellow theme today. My son Ryan and I are taking little adventures around town, around the state, surrounding states, depending on how much time we have. And we're just looking for ways to make ourselves smile, looking for things that make us smile, looking for random items that we choose for that day or that week that we're going out and trying to find. I mentioned in last episode that one of the items that Ryan had chosen was a puzzle box that he was hoping to find, and he had not yet found that item. So we spent this week looking for a puzzle box. We even went to a toy store hoping that they might have a puzzle box. And unfortunately, we are still on the hunt for the puzzle box. Anybody out there have a puzzle box? We may not have found the puzzle box, but we definitely found a lot of interesting things and things that made us smile this week. But before I talk about those, let me show you these flowers that my son surprised me with this morning when I woke up on Mother's Day. Aren't these absolutely beautiful? There's nothing better, no better way to make me smile than very colorful flowers. And my son knows that I like colorful flowers. Absolutely love these. And not only did he surprise me with flowers, but he made gluten-free donuts. I haven't had gluten-free maple donuts, which I haven't had maple donuts in over 20 years since I went gluten-free. And every time he buys a maple donut, I just ask if I could smell it because just the smell brings up great memories of maple donuts. So he made these for me this morning, and it was absolutely perfect because I was thinking maybe I'd make myself some gluten-free waffles when I woke up this morning, and instead I had these waiting. It was such a special treat. I got to tell you, friends, you can never go wrong by making breakfast for your loved one on any special occasion, breakfast in bed, breakfast at the table, but just having a meal waiting for you when you wake up is a really special treat. This week during our scavenger hunt, I had several items on my mind that I wanted to find to use around the house or help me with. I do some photography and I wanted some staging items. And unfortunately, I struck out on all of those, but my scavenger hunt item, I definitely scored. I just picked a random item. I said I wanted to find sunshine when we were out looking. I had absolutely no idea what that meant. I just knew that I would know what it was when I saw it. And look what I found. Not just sunshine, but pure sunshine. How cool is that? Flashes of the colorful outdoors always make me happy. I like to have some of those things in the house and around the outdoors of the house to just brighten up the decor. And while we were out and about, I picked up these two beautiful, colorful flowers. I had an idea of putting them by my front door because we have plenty of things inside, and Ryan helped me hang these outside. However, it's a bit of a contrast from the sign on our front door. Couldn't help myself when I put this sign up. However, maybe I should consider taking it down. It may be a little bit antisocial. I don't know. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Should I replace this sign with something else that's fun, something else that's colorful, something else just as quirky, or keep it as is? What do you think? When it's hard to find things that make you smile, sometimes you have to intentionally bring those inside to you. And that's why I like to put up these beautiful things like these beautiful flowers. And my bedroom is full of butterflies and gnomes and things that make me smile. That's a topic for another week. But when you walk in my front door, you'll also see more flowers along the entire entryway wall so that you just immediately see color. Also in my kitchen, I have more colorful items, and I'm always on the lookout for things that I can add to the indoors. Something else that I picked up this week at a jumble sale was this beautiful iron-on. I don't have any idea what I'm going to iron it onto yet, but I really like the sentiment about, keeping positive because that's what this channel is all about. That's what my journey is all about. And I hope that's the journey that you will join me on. Do you have any ideas on what should I iron this onto? Although Ryan didn't find his puzzle box this week, he did have some things in mind that he was looking for, and he had a great haul. And he found this vintage DVD player. Vintage meaning, maybe 2000s. I have no idea how old this thing is, but it's definitely not a modern DVD player. And he also scored this amazing 12 DVD set of Hercule Poirot, Agatha Christie episodes. Poirot is our absolute favorite of all the Agatha Christies, and these particular ones especially. And now Ryan has a DVD player, so he can start going out and finding DVDs that he enjoys that he hasn't seen in a while, some of the older stuff, and he can watch those whenever he wants. So he got a great score by finding something that would really make him happy. It seems that wherever we go thrifting, we find this thing. Comment below if you know what this thing is, what it's for. We have absolutely no idea. It apparently was a craze at some point, and that craze is over because people are donating these. At every single thrift store that we've gone to, we have found one of these. So now it's kind of a joke when we walk into a thrift store and the first thing we seem to see is this apple-shaped wood thing that flaps around, but obviously has some purpose or people wouldn't have bought it. But wait till you see the craziest thing that we found this week. We walked into the door of a Goodwill, and the first thing we saw was this. OMG, I do not know if this was an artistic interpretation of something or a reenactment of a murder scene, but it was quite something else, not something that you usually see when you first walk into a store. I am still laughing so hard every time I think about this. So thank you to whoever set this up. You never know what you're going to find when you go out on your scavenger hunts. This week, I sent out another dozen letters to random people across the country asking them to join us in our scavenger hunt, to hunt for things that make you smile, random items. The whole point is to have fun while you're doing it. Have any of you taken up the challenge? If so, let us know in the comments below what you went out searching for and what you found. And you can also email us in photos of items that you found so that we can share them here on the Happy Chaos Project. And if you can't think of an item, here's your random item for today, a candy wrapper. Thinking that should be pretty easy to find. And I'm guessing an empty candy wrapper would be easy to find after you eat the candy. But whatever you search for, make it fun and share it with us. Send a photo to us at the happychaosproject@gmail.com so that we can share it with everybody else and make everybody else smile. Today's mission, if you should choose to accept it, is to go out and find something that makes you smile. And if it involves bubbles, all the better. This week, I will actually be hunting for bubbles, and I will share my finds with you in next week's episode. And also answering the question, did Ryan find his puzzle box? We are still going to be looking for that everywhere we go. And this week we will be in Oregon, so there is no telling what unique items we will find, but I will definitely be sharing those with you. Until next week, keep on smiling, look for the happy in this chaos that we call life. I'll see you next time.